spawning down in the bottom right position, spawning as the green Protoss player, we have Sparks. And spawning down in the bottom left position of Newkirk Precinct, spawning as the yellow Zerg player for Team Oxygen, we have Architect AM.
So we're going to get droning, maybe cheesing. I doubt cheesing though, because maybe Oxygen do like cheese though, didn't they, from the last couple of series ago? But
we have seen certain players do go for a lot of cheesing. In fact, what is Sparks doing? Oh, a bit of a slip up here from Sparks. Actually, throwing down his pylon on 10 supply. Obviously, maybe the nerves are getting to him or something, but throwing down that pylon, he's going to have a very serious supply block here right now. He's not going to be able to get another profile for another 10 seconds or so. This is not a great start for him. And, you know, yeah, there you go. Olog messed up. He might actually ask for a regame, but...
Doubt it's that much. It's around about it's about 7 minerals he's going to lose per second. He is.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's not anything too awful, but it's, you know, it's something you try and avoid as a Protoss player. You want to keep the macro flowing and those probes keep on coming as long as possible. So something like that might throw Sparks off a little bit. I think he also wasted a chrono boost onto one probe, so it's, you know, not great for him, but it shouldn't be too much.
It's only one mistake at the end of the day. It's not like you got a big army, you just accidentally sent his whole army to die, and it was not on a move, but the other army was, so...
Yeah, of course.
So, in the grand scheme of things, it's annoying. It's more of an annoyance than, oh dear, I've lost game, time to GG it.
Yeah, of course. Now, if Architect AM is actually watching this right now, he'll notice that this probe is just actually going at the slightly wrong angle, and he actually could throw it on this hatch. But he needs to wait for just a moment where it goes on the little edge. I don't think he realises it, so that's not going to be an issue. This is not going to be an issue for Sparks, and this probe is going to continue to deny it.
Also, I think the delay might, you know, it might. It's too. I think it's too much of a small window it would have been to actually do that. So, if anything, he just did the right move.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. If he put a pylon down there, then that would just be really annoying.
Yeah. Nexus first coming down here for Sparks, followed by the Forge and all the normal stuff. Pylon.
I say that's a fairly good read from Sparks there. He knows that Architect is probably most likely going to go for a third very soon.
Yeah, I think Sparks... It was quite a good read from Sparks in that he knew the pool was quite late, he knew it was not going to be an early pool. I think he did scout it, but I think he also knew that not like he wasn't going to produce a lot of lings to go suddenly just do a bit of counter-aggression, so he go for that Nexus first. Against the 14 pools there can be a bit risky, but a good read there from Sparks to actually go for it and get away with it very nice. Gives him a quite significant macro advantage, seeing as the Nexus is about 20 seconds ahead of the hatchery, so, you know, it's a nice little advantage for him to start off with.
But as Sparks saw, he was going for his third base, so I already know what Sparks is going to be doing, because he loves his loads of Colossus and Archons. He loves it in late game, but he's normally fairly exposed around the midpoint. But the question is, will Architect him actually, you know, sense that and see that?
Yes, Sparks is one of those players. One of those Protoss players who really likes going into the late game and building up those lovely big death balls and just moving out with them.
But the thing is, it's very hard just to directly engage it because of sentries. So
yeah, we'll have to see if Architect actually works out how to break that. As he's now scouting around the map with all of his Zerg and he's looking for any pesky probes. Cleans up the one that was sitting on the watchtower while securing his third base behind it. Zergling pokes up the front, gets killed immediately by that cannon.
Be unfortunate for that poor Ling. He didn't get to see the past 6-minute mark. So
yes, didn't get to see it. Only spent. Must be a hard life as a Zergling. Spawned in at 4 minutes, dying by 6. You know.
Well, at least it's not like an Ultra getting spawned at the last desperate attempt into an army full of Archons and battle cruisers. So
that would be nasty. All right. Architect here actually slightly spread some creep. Actually taking off his he's making another couple of queens. So
I like that.
A lot of creep spin right now, which is something that's very favoured against Terran, especially back in Wings of Liberty, where you go for the 4 queen opening. But to cut that out very shortly, we do have a Stargate here going down for Sparks, going down in the main base, along with a couple of extra gateways, looking to start juicing those Stargate units as fast as possible. Going for, I mean, quite an early Stargate, about 6 minutes. You know, it's nothing. It's not a rush, but still not a slow Stargate to get there.
What's the odds do you reckon he's going to build an Oracle? Or do you reckon he's just going to go Phoenix?
I'd say for Sparks, I think he'll probably go Oracle first, and then he'll probably transition into Void Race.
Okay,
But
okay.
doesn't usually like to go for Phoenix, from what I found. He more prefers to go for... oh my! Wow, yeah, I mean, this sort of secures it. He's gone for a second Stargate going down in the main right now. In fact, wow, goes for starts the Phoenix production immediately, so...
You'll be completely proved wrong, my friend. Never make predictions on a live cast. You're always wrong.
Yeah. There you go, you guessed it right there.
But the Zerg should think about taking a fourth base. He might as well.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets a scout off on this Stargate, the fourth base would actually be a very, very good reaction. I mean, it would be an amazingly fast fourth base before even the 10-minute mark. But
Look here!
Especially against Phoenix, and the Overlord goes in, scout over the Stargate. And we're going to have to see here how Architectum is going to react to this. More drones getting pumped down, more gases going down, Spore Crawlers being immediately built. Mostly around the natural. In fact, 4 drones get pulled off and are just sitting there idly for some reason.
It's 4 drones. Ah, yes. That's a bit of a mistake.
I think maybe a bit of a panic there from Architectum in that, you know, he's seen this 2 Stargate push coming. He's trying to get as many Spore Crawlers down as possible to try and deal with it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sparks, you know, didn't ease that production now for the Stargate. He may have got the building, but now that Architects, I think, reacted fairly reasonably for, you know, for a couple of Phoenixes coming at him.
Yeah.
But bit of a mind game.
Bit of a slight fault in Sparks right now. He's actually not. That's just quite a large bank right now, but he's actually not producing any Phoenix. So we'll have to see. He might actually go for Tempest. He might try and produce 2 Tempest immediately. This Fleet Beacon finishes. Sparks is actually a very big fan of Tempest. So I wouldn't be surprised if he actually went for that.
Tempest can be fairly effective, providing they got the backup. Providing they got the backup, it's all in well having units which are untouchable. But if you've got nothing to stop the units getting to the untouchable units,
exactly. Very good read there, KillerMiller. Actually, he is going for the 4th base, just about the 10-minute mark. A good read by me with the 2 Tempests now coming out here for Sparks. Obviously, it feels like he can go for it, and I know Sparks is actually a very, very big fan of Tempest. He uses them a lot in clan games. He uses them a lot in sort of playful free-for-alls. So obviously, as a sort of build where he can use them in the actual competitive environment of a 1v1 game. So
do you know what I feel here?
This will pay off.
I feel like he could just mass a whole lot of roaches with borrowed and just win the game just with that right now.
Yeah, I mean, it is a quite possibility. Obviously,
he won't do it. He won't do it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem for Zerg players. This is why Sparks' play is actually very effective. Is that a lot of Zerg players just feel, oh, I can't attack. I have to sit back. I have to macro. I have to make all these big units and stuff. And what Sparks is saying is, no, you have to attack me. Because if I can build up, 17 Tempest, your units aren't going to touch me. I'm just going to start harassing them from absolutely miles away with my 15 range.
Look at this. He's got a 3rd Stargate, 3 Tempests at a time.
Yeah.
Is this Sparks just trolling in the clan war?
No, this is actually something he does a lot. He's done this against players. He's done this actually against quite a few people in clan games. He also does it a lot in. Overseer gets in, he scouts it. So we have to see how he reacts.
Hydras.
I mean,
mass Hydras. Mass base, lot of corruptors. That's how you do it, my friend.
Yeah, there we go. Spy coming down here from Architect, and obviously, just by reading chat, we know that he's not going to be very happy with what's going on right now. So obviously, looking to get up as many units as possible to deal against it.
Look at this.
Hydralisks. And the problem is that Hydralisks do not work against this. Hydralisks just aren't effective. He's now going for carriers, and carriers are very, very strong against Hydralisks. Tempest aren't too bad either with the sort of high damage, low speeding, and sit quite far away from Hydralisks. Hydralisks obviously don't have very much range. I'd much prefer to see a much bigger Corruptor, but he's actually pushing out right now. But Sparks is putting a massive amount of cannons.
That's what I was going to try and interrupt you there for.
Yeah, that's quite a few cannons right there.
But what I was going to say about the Tempest, it may be long range, but if they get under the Tempest, they're dead. So.
Oh yeah,
it's about micro there, if anything.
I think that's what the carriers are here for, though. They're here for a little bit of tanking. Only going to be 2 carriers, but 2 carriers provide a lot of tanking. They have 450 health each, and obviously, if you A-move, the interceptors are also going to be attacked because they're the actual ones attacking.
Yeah.
So
this is why I like what Architect's doing right now. He's got he's got fungal growth getting researched, and nothing's better than fungal growth in all those Inceptors. You can lose all of them in like a couple. So, but the thing is, Infestors are so weak. So if anything, they would die before they even get to throw it out.
Yes, yes. Now the one thing actually Sparks has to have going for him right now is he needs to have vision of this army. Obviously, the biggest strength of Tempest is the massive range, more so than their actual attack. They've got long range. They can harass units from a very long way away. To have that, he needs to have an overseer of the army, and very smart architect is actually keeping an overseer of his army. So,
do I like? I like Architects just macroing so hard here. He knows he can get away with it because he knows that Sparks is playing a bit greedy, but he's only took his fourth base. I mean, I'll correct myself there, but a bit late, I would say.
I don't actually like this from Sparks. I think Sparks should be moving down to take this fourth base down here to the bottom. It's much more easily protected. He can't go through the third. He can destroy the rocks if it's need be.
Oh, look here. We've got a push out for Architect on the top right we have. Yes, so that expansion is going to get denied, which is not going down, but you know what I mean, it's going to be...
Sparks already cancelled it. He knows the army is coming, so he cancelled that immediately. I think
people forget the bottom left base down there. That's the main problem. I don't think it takes it down.
I think it's one of those bases where people just sort of sit there and they think, well, that's not one of the normal bases, why should I take it? But it's obviously it's a really good choice if you're in this position. It's just very easy to take fourth base.
Look at this creep spread. I'm absolutely loving this. I'm admiring this guy. It's completely gone past the halfway mark. Maybe not as fast as TLO's creep, but hey, it's Diamond.
I mean, there is one thing he could be doing right now, which is actually spreading up through the little gap between the sort of fourth base up towards the sort of fifth, sixth base to the top, and across the top bit. But obviously that's not the main army path. And right now, if Sparks wanted to push out, he's going to have to spend a very long time cleaning up creep, because those Hydras could be able to get under those Tempest in moments if he doesn't.
Was this a mistake? He built 4 Evo chambers, he did, in its main.
I think it might be, but then again he might be looking to go...
Hey, we're getting pushed out from Zerk here. The cannons are tanking the damage, while the Tempests are dealing the damage. That's Architect's units all really bunched up here, so the splash damage from all the units is very nice. Architect's units getting cleaned up very nicely, Terraproof, but the Hydras are not seem to be falling anytime soon. The intercept count is lowering very gradually, but the Hydra count is going down even quicker than both of them put together, so...
Yes, very good engagement there actually for Sparks. Managed to sit on top of the Nexus, absorb a lot of damage using the cannons to tanking. Obviously, Architect did a really good engagement there by attacking by the south. Obviously, attacking by the north would have been suicide. There's so many cannons there, tanking would have been immense. He actually managed to pick off quite a few of the Tempests. He did manage to pick off quite a couple of the Tempests. I think
there's a good reason for it though. I think he just wanted to get rid of all of it and just go pure Corruptor.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a very good tradition right now. He's a very... he actually doesn't have that much gas banked. He is now mining off of a bank 5 base gas, so he's going to have a lot of gas production. There's quite a big mineral bank, so he's going to be able to make a lot of Corruptors. The only problem for him is he only has +1 on his Corruptors.
While...
Sparks is +3 almost, and +1 shields in a moment, so...
I could tell you one thing, if I was Architect, more base, more gas, and just steamroll with just endless amount of Corruptors is coming out. That's the only way I can see him beating this now.
Yeah, of course, at this point it's going to be very interesting, and he is actually taking your advice, going for a 6th base up to the top right now. Still, I mean, he's doing the same thing Sparks is doing. He's not taking his base down to the bottom, and I think that's actually not too bad a decision for him, because of the fact that he's going A, he can easily jump across. I'm still regretting this decision. I don't know why Sparks is not taking this base. It's so easy to defend with his army. I just don't get why he's not doing it.
I think he's happy with his saturation at the moment. That's why.
Now, if you look just above the 3rd base, we have something we don't usually see that much. Obviously, it's very good, especially if you're going air. And actually, we have a small push out here from Architect looking to do a lot.
Oh, this was impatient. This was an impatient push out.
He should be pushing out. I know his army's way too small. Especially Terrence is coming down, but everything's getting cleaned up processing now. All the Corruptors die. Especially Terrence now on the ground, but they're really not doing much. They're too slow. Attacking Zealots and getting absolutely destroyed. That is a terrible engagement there for Architect.
But he saved 6 Infestors there, so.
Yeah, I managed to save all his Infestors, but he lost all his Corruptors.
Oh, look at this. Sparks knows what he can do now, and he's going to do it. He's going to... Oh, look at the Corruptors. Bad rally point. We're just getting clean one at a time by Corrupt with his Tempest.
Dreadful position for him right now. And in fact, really good position for Sparks, because if you look over his 3rd base, his Mothership core is almost finished transformation into his Mothership.
And there's no Overseers on the map, so this is going to get even more interesting. But Fungal still shows up invisible units, so...
Yes, of course, if you can plant some very beautiful Fungals, obviously Protoss has a habit of stacking up very heavily into the engagements.
But there's no fungals.
A lot of damage, but they do not have fungals. They will have fungals very shortly though, and I think Sparks is waiting for his mothership. Mothership is now out, swarming across the middle of the map. And this is going to be really, really horrible. I think we might even... I mean, I wouldn't put it beyond him to see an ScG when that mothership comes flying across. Just the extra tanking, the extra cloak, and especially if he engages in the middle of the map, so many units are going to die. It's going to be very difficult. I mean, even everything down to even the bank is going wrong here for Architect. If you look at the bank right now, Sparks...
Oh, he shouldn't be engaging. He should be trying lit his army to get a bit more, to get the Hydras underneath them.
In fact, this is really not a good engagement into Sparks, actually. Sparks' units all attack again. Catch all the carriers off guard with Fungal. Beautiful Fungal there. Sparks is forced to get out straight away. Very nice play there from Architect.
But now the mothership's in the battle.
Yes, now the mothership is in the battle, and he's still... Oh,
why is he not taking out his base?
He still hasn't got an overseer. He still isn't making an overseer.
Hey, welcome. Answer this question. Why on earth has he not taken out, Architect's third base down here? He has Tempest outranged.
The thing is that Tempest range is actually only...
Oh no, bad Tempest.
Oh no, that Tempest is going straight in. It's just going to be routed straight in. It might be...
Oh, wait. Can you see it? Does he see it?
We're going to be able to pick off at least one Hydralisk, so not an atrociously bad. But yeah, still pretty bad. It's not be losing Tempest like that. That's a very bad miss rally. But he did manage to pick off a Hydralisk, so not dreadful. He didn't lose it for free. But now the the little timing window where he had the cloaked units is gone, because Architect is now morphing 6 overseers in his main base, so he's not going to be losing to 10.
I think it's too late, my friend. Sparks is banking up a load of minerals. He's been cost efficient all over. He's look at that loss tab right now. He's 8,000 minerals ahead.
Yeah. he still needs to keep up his production though. He is loot for only behind. I think I'd say an extra Stargate would not go amiss. And he's also starting Storm production now, so looking to go for Templar as well behind this, which is a very smart decision. So Templar go very well with Protoss getting the very needed AoE onto those Hydralisks, so we'll have to see if it works well.
I think he might once he loses some of his air, he's just going to transition into Archons.
Yeah, very well do.
Not transition, but not change all his army, but just put a few in as they go off.
Put a few. I wouldn't say Archons as much, but I'm going to say he really wants to start making a lot of Templar. The Storms prove to be very, very effective against Hydralisks, obviously, with the very heavy AoE, and I wouldn't actually be surprised if these six
Templars
Templar are just going to sit there and just going to start massing up energy. Yeah, there we go.
The reason I said Archons is because Sparks has this habit of just getting rid of his Templars just for Archons. Because he likes speeds and damage. He feels that it's too slow for him, generally.
Cliff base now coming down here for Sparks at the northeast position of this map. And this is looking worse and worse for Architect. A very, very big mineral bank for Sparks right now. I'm very surprised that he's not throwing down like a bunch of gateways. A very, very big warping of Zealots can prove to be very, very strong in the middle of an engagement. Even if they are unupgraded, it can prove to do a little bit more tanking if you've lost a couple of Tempest or Carriers here and there during the battle.
I'm not sure if Sparks is missing out on opportunity to finish the Zergoth as he banking up minerals here, or is Sparks creating himself an opportunity here by taking his 2 bases up here and just saturating them. So
I don't. I mean, it's debatable either way. I'm not quite sure myself, but I'll have to say. I mean, personally speaking, I think Sparks' army is a lot stronger.
Yes, but
Architect's bank is growing. That's a max out on Corruptors right there. For all these Hydralisks, that's another swarm of Corruptors that could come out. So we're gonna have to see if that works out for him. And obviously now he has now taken down the base to the bottom centre. This is looking to go into the very latest stages of this game.
I think he should build a few macro bases. He's got a few minerals, but he needs more queens and more larvae just so he can throw up another army of Corruptors when he needs it. So I don't think he's gonna be able to build a full army after he loses this.
Yeah, I really like this here from Architect actually. He's making like a sort of line of spores across the middle of the map, just to deprive him of a little bit of extra time when he wants to push out.
Oh dear! Nice storm dodge.
Major here, but beautiful storm down and all the Architect not all the Hydras melted.
Wait! Quite a few of them got escaped though.
That Hydralisk count just melted.
But look at this, 22 Corruptors on the way, my friend. I think he tried to get rid of some of them. But
I think he may very well have at this point. Obviously now Sparks' opportunity to start going to town on all of these units. Not gonna, I'd be surprised if he loses anything. He's gonna lose one carrier at the front, but can he kill an absolute amazing amount of Hydralisks? Gonna be able to push out immediately, taking a 50 supply advantage though.
But will Sparks kill him off before he gets all those units up again to try and finish this back off?
Well, here comes the first wave of Corruptors, but I don't even know if it's enough.
If he sends them in now, it won't be enough. He needs to spread them out, prevent splash.
Yeah, I mean, one Corruptor goes down immediately, a small risk rally, but oh, it's going to be really interesting to see if the engagement goes well for him. Storm's going down on all of the Corruptors. Corruptors can't move from without dying, all of them. Storm's continuing to go down on the Corruptors. The Corruptors are getting melted. Not doing enough damage before they go down. The Tempest count still remains very high. He's continuing
GG!
There's the GG.
Oh, greedy Sparks, and not really greedy Sparks, but more laid back. I'm going to get the best units, and that's it. I'm going to win.
Yeah, I mean, really well played from him there. Just keeps turtling, kept playing well. And I mean,